Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you? Yeah, I'm feeling good, not good, quite good. Just forget it. Okay, actually, I didn't know what should I do right now because I felt confused. Yeah, I need to make a material or like lesson for my students. Then I choose Bamboozle. It's a good website actually, and it does, but I don't see these games in the Bamboozle that fits with my lesson. So should I create for my students by myself? I don't think so because it makes me spend a lot of time to create this. Besides that, I've a lot of things to do besides teaching in my class. But I'm still confused. What should I find a games that suit my lesson? Yeah, that suits with my lesson. I don't know, but I recognize one thing. I never speak in English actually. Yeah, I was when I was at senior high school, junior high school, elementary school, or even kindergarten, I never talk in English. Never. Even when I was in my university, yeah, I just speak a little. When we have to present something to our friends, to our teacher, to our lecturer, and yeah, we practice English, but never practice in our daily routines or in our daily activities. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes we forgot the vocabularies that we have learned before. But I realized one thing. Even I don't really recognize when it's happened to me, but when it comes to speak, yeah, when it comes to speak or over a question, so we need to we need to put do or does in the present tense to ask questions about something like, do I think here? Or does she come? Don't you like me? Like that. So yeah, because at the first moment I feel it's a weird to speak in English. Yeah, it's awkward for me because I never speak in English. Literally in my routines, in my daily routines, in my daily activities, I never speak in English. But now it's different because I'm a teacher right now, so I have responsibility to teach my students, and I push them up to practice English. Meanwhile, I don't speak. It's not fair, I think. So I think when I push them to speak more in English, so I must speak more as well, right? Yes. Okay. I wanna tell you about thing that I've learned. Yeah, I never speak in English before. Just if I have presentation in my university, in my class, um in my how do we call it? I forgot the name. And yeah, when we start to speak, our brains and also our mouths, or when we want to deliver our thoughts in speaking, because English is not my first language, it's not my second language, so it makes like but I'll try. I'll try, and I think it's much more better. Yeah, rather than just listen to the audio, we need to speak more. I push my students to speak, and I don't speak in English. I don't think it's fair enough. Okay, first, I don't recognize that. Mm, yeah, when it comes to speak, we just speak in a sentence. Like we make a sentence, we make statements about something, about our opinion, about our maybe like judgments, or just giving comments or something. And we never really to over or ask questions to others, right? But when I when I'm teaching, when I was teaching in the class, I have to ask a questions to my students, either either for elementary school, English for children, or either for yeah, either for for either either for English for children, or English for teenager, or English for conversation. English conversation. Because when we enter the class and we start or begin the class, and then start with praying together, and after that we need to ask questions more about their understanding, like the background knowledge about our lesson before we start to present. So it makes me feel weird at the first time, because I never speak like that. I never ask questions to others. Like, for example, yeah, how are you today? Good. And then, what did you do this morning? Um, I wake up at 5 a.m. or I have lunch. No, no, this morning, not lunch. I have breakfast. I have. No, we use past tense. It makes me feel like, yeah, awkward and weird for me, but when it comes to speak, I just like I can I can correct myself about the grammar, about the rules, about the patterns. Like, even when I just say, like, what did you do this morning? So yeah, what did you do this morning? So we use past tense, right? What did you do this morning? It's already happened this morning. And then when it comes to speak, and even I use present tense, yeah, sometimes it's 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 awkward to say, but when we know we correct ourselves, right? Yeah, we learn something new. Like, because the question is, what did you do this morning? So the answer have to use past tense, right? Like, I had a breakfast at 5 a.m. or I just simply say, I took a bath at 6 a.m. or I had breakfast. It's I already said. I already said. Okay. Yeah, but I know grammar it's really overwhelming for me. Like, dude, it's not easy to learn grammar. But when it comes to speak, even when we learn about the grammar, sometimes if we know we make a mistake, we correct by myself or by ourselves. Yeah, like that. It's different, right? What do you do? Or how often do you usually do? For example, I like swimming. How often do you like swimming? How mm, how often do you go to swimming pool? Like, yeah, sometimes like that, like those questions. Yeah, different again. I notice that and those, it's different. We know it, we learn it before in our school, yeah, in our previous school, like junior high school, senior high school, but we never practice it. We never say it in our daily routine, so it just here in our brain, and we never talk in English. So yeah, we know that it's for singular, and we know those it's for plural. But when it comes to speak, because we never practice, so sometimes it confuse. What should we wear? We use. What should we use? Do we use this or do we use that? Do we use that or do we use those? Look, I noticed again. I used to, and yeah, I used to, right? Do we use? And it's a grammar that we've learned. We have learned at our senior high school, right? Our senior high school, elementary school, we learn about present tense, past tense, present perfect tense, because we never practice it, so it makes feel difficult. And uh, because when it feels difficult, we never practice. I know. I know grammar is overwhelming, but I just want to say, even if our grammar have a mistake, or even we did a mistake in grammar, so please do not stop to speak. Because when it comes to speak and then you speak, just speak everything what you want. So it's like connects your brain, and also it connects your mouth to say or deliver your thoughts. Yeah, first I never recognized this before. Like, we have to use do or dash in a present tense when we ask questions to others. But I have been here for almost a half a year. So I learned something new here, and it's quite good for me because I can practice with my students in my conversation class, in my English teenager class. I over and over or ask questions about their likes, their dislikes, their hobbies, their hobbies. Yes, about their hobbies, and then I ask additional questions or like other questions relate with the topic. Yes, like what I said before, like if someone say I like playing soccer, why do you like playing soccer? How often do you play soccer? Or how often do you like playing soccer? Like those questions that we learned from here. I mean, I learned from here because when I was in university, I just know how to deliver our thoughts in statements. When we make a sentence, we make a statements. So just like that, like present past, present perfect, and others. But we never practice to ask the questions to someone else. But now I've learned from here, and I'm really grateful because I've learned something. I've learned, yeah, I've learned something new here. And that's cool enough. So I can share it to you right now. I don't know, but I just wanna speak more in English because, yeah. And I know, obviously, obviously, sometimes I do. I do make a mistake in a grammar, sometimes pronunciation, sometimes spelling. But we learn from the lesson, and that's cool, right? What do you think? Even sometimes I realize that we learned English in school, yeah, in our school before, like elementary, kindergarten. Um, I forgot if we have English in kindergarten, but we have English in elementary school and also in junior high school and senior high school as well, right? But the difference is we never talk in English. We never practice that we've learned before in our class. We just practice to read and write about, yeah, some topics in English, or we just read a text and then we think about the main idea and then we choose the correct answer, yeah, like multiple choice. So we need to mark, just give a mark it's correct answer or not. Or we did writing in essay, like there is a whole text or just maybe 5 paragraphs, and then after that we need to answer the questions based on the paragraph, and we need to refer the material, I mean the writing, because when we answer the questions, right, we need to read again. Oh, this is the answer. Oh, this is in the paragraph one. Oh yeah, this, and we just need to modify the sentence, but still in a focus one. I mean, yeah, the meaning is same, but we modify the sentence like based on the text, right? But look, I I don't know why actually students in English in class, yeah, students in English class need to speak more. English is a foreign language. If we never talk, if we never practice English, it just we remember a lot of vocabulary in my mind. Yeah, I mean in our mind. Vocabularies in our minds, and sometimes when it comes to speak, we forgot any vocabularies that we've learned. Like, oh no, I forgot it. Oh, what's the words? What's the vocabulary in English? Oh, oh my god, I forgot. And that's kind of weird, but it's simply give a shot if we try. Practice and practice, even if it's not perfect, because English is a foreign language. It's never easy to give a shot or try to speak in English. But if we never try, we just forgot everything that we've learned. We learned a lot of vocabularies. We learned it. Like start from this, what is that? School things or stationery, and then we learn about transportation. We learn about the things around us, like in our home, in our city, like library, like this, like that, tree and wall and window and door and something like that. We learned a lot of vocabularies, but we never speak in English. Never. Yeah, sometimes we practice it, but just a little bit. Yeah, we spend some times to speak, but it's not practice. Practice usually. Yeah, like we need to practice more. I think I have talked too much. But if you really listen to my voice, so thank you very much. But if don't, it's okay, because I make this for myself, and I just want to what is that? I want to tell my feelings. I want to share my feelings. That's it. Maybe I don't got this. I just share or send it in YouTube, and when I want to watch again, I simply can watch it. Yes, we've already talked. We have been talking for 25 minutes. I think that's enough, right? But I can see the difference when we just talk and we learn, and we learn, but we practice. And in here, we push the students to practice more, to practice their vocabularies, to give a shot every day. Yeah, not every day because we just have one meeting in 1 week. So actually, they need to practice more outside. But when they come to class, we push them to speak more, to practice. Even it's for English for children. English for children. They are smart. They are fast learner. They can absorb any lesson and then they can apply it. They can make a sentence based on the lesson. And teenager, they did great. They practice more and more and more. Even sometimes they promoted to the higher level to Econ 1 level 2. Like, yeah, start from ET. Actually, not from ET. Maybe they start their learning from English for children and then move to English for teenager and then English conversation. So that's great. Yeah, because learning needs to be consistent. Because consistency is important. No, because consistency is important. Okay, I think that's all. Oh yeah, one thing. English conversation. I love this class because when it comes to speak in front of my students and I ask many questions to them and then they answer my questions based on their likes, based on their dislikes, based on their opinions, so I can learn through our discussion as well. That's true and that's nice. Yeah, sometimes they are older than me, but sometimes they're younger. They are younger than me. Sometimes they are older than me. Sometimes they are younger than me. But whatever it is, I just be as professional I am as teacher here. I think that's all. It's already 29 and almost 30 minutes, even a half an hour. Yeah, thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'll see you next time, whenever.